morning and welcome back, friends. We've got the big book of ideas here. I sewed the signatures in. I ended up being able to leave all 6 pages in each signature. So I've got a total of, if my math is correct, of 264 pages front and back. Okay, I took the spine off of the rolling pin and I am going to get this in now. And while we wait for this glue to set, we're going to do a quick project for the big book of ideas. I think the glue's cold this morning. It doesn't want to run. Okay, so I want to make sure this is equidistant from each end, which is a little hard to see. And equal amounts of space in the spine. Looks good. That doesn't look good. That looks better. Okay. I'm just going to lay that over the rolling pin. Press the spine in there. Just going to hold it for a minute. I'm going to set it aside and I'll come back with my first idea for a project for the big book of ideas. Okay, get yourself an envelope. I'm going to use these vintage ones. These are from 1950, 1940. Well, that one's 1984. I picked it because I liked a lot of the stamping on it. So we're going to make a pocket, tip in, possibly an over the page thing. I've sealed this shut and I'm going to trim. This is the left hand side. Do not cut the left hand side. I'm just going to trim a sliver off of all of the edges except this one so that it opens up long. Okay. I'm going to use scissors for this one. And I thought I'd just do this blank one so that you can see that you don't need to have a genuine old vintage one. We can fake it. Okay. If you want to ink, you can ink all the edges now. If you can find your brush. Yeah, we'll do it this way then, I guess. So what my hope is that I'm going to start a hashtag, and I'm hoping that other YouTube creators who want to share ideas will include the hashtag so that viewers can find other YouTube creators who are sharing ideas for unique ideas, I guess, for junk journal ideas. Unique ideas for ideas. For the purposes of paper crafting. How's that? So I should have given you some measurements maybe. This envelope was about 5.5 by 4. Okay, so I have a stamp that I had in my collection. I'm just going to glue that down. And I have some rubber stamps. This is My Acrylics by Close to My Heart. But I know I've got Bow Bunny ones sort of in the same theme-ish. And for sure there's lots out there. Just grabbing my mouse pad. I'm going to use black ink because there's already black ink on the stamp. And then I have, it's just sort of this piece of text. Doesn't really look like an address, but perfect. Okay. Let me give my stamps a quick clean. All right, here we are. I'm going to flip this over and fold it up just like that to make a pocket. Now, in a well, here's my journal. In a journal like this, that's going to fit perfectly as maybe a tip out. But I want to adhere this edge down, and you can just glue it, stitch it, tape it, however you want to close that up. I am going to add a couple of little gussets so that it gives me lots of room in the pocket. Makes it easier for things to get in and out. So these are just, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch folded in half. Oh, I have ink on me. That's no good. Just gonna miter that a smidgy so it doesn't show over the top, and then okay. I feel like I would probably decorate this a bit. So I'm not going to glue these down yet. I'm just looking for an itty bitty piece of lace or something. No, I want something prettier. I'm using white glue, the art glitter glue, because I don't want the shiny fabric glue to show. And this will dry nice and dry. Maybe a little button. Let's get something pretty. Maybe in a blue. Nope. I like the color, but I don't like the shape. I think I'm going to go with that little clear one there. Okay, put this away before I spend any more time. Okay, I'm going to sew this down. See if I can get this threaded. Here we go. Whoops. Tie a knot. So the possibilities for making things look themes like themes is to choose a stamp that goes with the theme of your journal. I just like something pretty for this one, so that's why I went with the pink lady here. All right. Oh, looks like I left these a little over long. There we go. Now, that's what it looks like. If you feel like it's a little too floppy, you can add it. Oh, you can add a piece of paper to the back, maybe like a chunk of an old magazine article or something, a chunk of newspaper, or once you get, you know, things stuffed in here. Let's grab some stuffy stuff. I'd put a big postcard in there probably. Right? And then that leaves the back for journaling. So that's my prototype. I'm going to get to work on these other ones. So, ooh, look at that. That's nice. So I'm going to close up these envelopes. This one has got a torn bottom. I think that's going to be fun. So, that one's got a torn top. Anyway, let's work on this one first. I'll go up a little bit higher. And it's quite a stiff paper for an envelope, so that's good. I'm excited to see what that one with the brown liner is going to look like. Doesn't make sense to put that in there, but I will put it on this side. I think I'm going to put this in the book before I close it. Do I want a piece of lace? Not sure. Maybe a little red button. Ooh. Maybe not. Okay. I am going to get some washi tape. Well, this isn't washi tape, but it's Tim Holtzy kinds of stuff. It has the right colors in it, I think. I need to get washi tape. I got rid of a lot because it was, you know, stuff I picked up and it wasn't very exciting. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Just picking a random page. So I think I will put it here. A little long, but that's going to be okay. But I do want to get this on straight. I might have to use a ruler. I don't know if I've ever used this. Feels good and sticky. Okay. I'm going to need to cut that or it won't open. just hope this will come off. Should have measured a little more. Me, didn't measure enough. And then wonderful. Okay, so I think I want to put today's date. No, I don't. I've cut the numbers off my date. Maybe I'll just pencil it in. So April 12. And I might need to pin this to get it to fold for a little while. Right on the edge. If at some point I do want to add a piece of paper, ooh, that's what I could do. I'm not going to, but I'm just going to sort of demonstrate that. But I could glue this in so that the ripped front was adhered to this paper, and then that would make the pocket a little more solid. But right now it's a tuck spot, and that's fine with me. That's just fine with me. Okay. I am going to put together a few more, and then I'll come back and show you what I've made. And then we'll put the rest of this journal together, okay? All right, so there's our original prototype. This is the one that had the brown liner. Not very satisfactory because all the brown was on the front, not the back, but that's okay. So I used the top of a tag punch to make this thumb hole, and folded this over so it could be pinned to the top of a page. This one I folded the back just slightly more than I shouldn't say halfway, but just a hair longer than what I mean to say is the edge goes under the front pocket. This one I did a little extra zhuzhen up. I added some it's real tape actually. And a little bit of old newspaper, pinned this little photo on here. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how that turned out. And then this one, I added a little bit of a collage here with some old newspaper and a fussy cut poppy. And I thought, let's do one more and go a little further. So this one is not super old. It's 1982. It actually came to me, it had ribbon wrapped around it or something. It was folded in half and had ribbon wrapped around it. So initially I thought I would put the back in an embossing folder and emboss the back, but I decided not to. However, it does need a little shoring up. So I'm going to take this old piece of book page here and glue it to the back. And you'll see I folded this really long. So this is more a deeper pocket than we originally did. Okay, I glued these gussets on and then stitched around it, and got a little piece of, this is from an encyclopedia. So I tore that out and inked up the edge. And I'm just going to cover up some of that. And I have a fussy cut iris. I'll put that there. Okay, and yeah, sticky. Fold those gussets in. And then it's got this little piece of paper here. I'm just going to add some glue to that and wrap that around. Okay, so there's our pockets made from vintage envelopes. Let's see what we can do to put this journal together. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I was also thinking, like, for example, this could go on a page like that. Put a little thumb hole there and just glue around 3 sides, and then you have a double pocket. So one at the front, one at the side. I guess I can take these off now. All right, the first thing I need to do is glue a piece of paper around that. Anything will do. Let me see what I can get a hold of here. This is just in the scrap box underneath my desk. Okay. Now, ouch, I just poked myself a pin, and I'll just fold the edge over. Okay, so I'm just going to affix that and add a bead of glue there. Close the journal. And then I'm putting my bone folder between the fabric and the first page, or the last page, and making sure that that's pressed into that space. Okay, I'm going to leave this to dry for a bit. I did have enough to sew around, or sorry, to glue around some file folder to make the front and the back. You know, something like that might even be good to, you know, put a little note in about when you started the journal or that kind of thing. Anyway, so come back again soon for another hashtag big book of ideas, and we'll do another project and put the final touches on the journal itself. All right, you take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.